Whenever you hear the word designing, what image does it create in your mind? A person with a pencil in his hand and sketching some classy outfits? Or a person standing in her studio with glamorous models? If this is what comes to your mind, then probably you're just thinking of designing in terms of fashion design. And probably you're not aware about the other interesting options in the field of design that you could pursue. There is much more to this field, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 11 careers in the world of design. Sounds interesting, right? Before we move ahead, if you're coming to the channel for the first time, let me welcome you and introduce myself. My name is Akshay Jalan, and I'm a certified career practitioner as well as had the experience of working as a senior project manager at IIT Bombay for 12 years. So, interacting with students and professors came to understand that the career selection system in India is faulty and it requires a revamp. When I talk about revamp, what I mean is that students look at careers basically from the lens of popularity, prestige, scope, etc., without understanding whether their purpose, the problem that they're going to solve, and the potential that they bring to the table is going to be fruitful for them when they select a particular career. As a result, it creates havoc not only for the life of a student but also jeopardizes or challenges the parents as well. So, to solve this problem, I wanted Career Vision Hub, where I systematically and scientifically educate and guide students using psychometry, astrology, counseling, and other powerful tools and video courses to help the students make an informed decision about their career choice. To know more about it, you can go to my website jakshay.com or careervisionhub.com. You could even register for my webinar where I would like to see you live. Now, let's jump in. Let's explore the careers in the world of design. So before that, let's begin with a story. It was that month of the year which not just terrifies the student but also the employees. Yes, I'm talking about the month of March. Time for the board examinations as well as the end of the fiscal year. So the atmosphere at the Malhotra residence was tense. Board examinations were about to begin in just 2 days. Not only Abhilash was, a studious boy in the Malhotra family, but also Mrs. and Mr. Malhotra were damn nervous about the class 10 12 boards that Abhilash was about to appear for. And although he was a bright student, his actual fear wasn't about exam results. His thought was still, what should I do after school? Because he was not yet clear about a career. And Mr. Malhotra was thinking that his son would get an admission in top college and then would take up a job in some MNC. Probably, they were thinking in careers in terms of, getting into engineering or other science options. However, Abhilash was in a complete different mood. And the reason behind so much confusion for Abhilash was that he had a lot of creative aptitude and his crazy interest was there in the automobile sector. It isn't wrong to be creative. But however, he was not enamored so much by physics, the machinery part. So the real issue was, Abhilash was finding it difficult to convert his desire, his passion into a profession. But he didn't know how. So after all these sleepless nights, Abhilash finally decided to share his passion with his parents. He did not expect that Mr. Malhotra would turn out to be a lifesaver for him. But when Abhilash shared his wish to design and create his own cars, Mr. Malhotra's eyes suddenly lit up as he could see a bright future for his son in the automobile designing sector. This is when Mr. Malhotra brought Abhilash's entire confusion to an end and introduced him to the design industry. On hearing the word design, Abhilash asked, "Are we now going to talk about fashion industry, Dad?" As I told you in the beginning, remember, designing isn't a synonym of fashion, but this world is much more beyond that. And that is what is going to be discussed in this video. Let's see how Abhilash's eyes open when he sees the plethora of career options in the field of design. And I'm sure it will also give you a lot of insights, and maybe you could pick up this career and explore more on it from these 11 careers that I'm going to share with you. So let's jump in. First is interior design. Interior designers कौन होते हैं? They help in the planning and decoration of the interior spaces in either commercial or residential buildings. Some interior designers even work with architects during the initial planning stages of a building. This will help the architects design comfortable and more functional space. Example, an interior designer may guide and assist with window placement, floor plans, etc. Hence, their main job is the optimal utilization of the space available through professional designs that are efficient, eye-catching, unique, and safe. As people are becoming more and more popular about their homes and the space available is shrinking, the demand for interior designers is on a rise. Next comes your accessory or jewelry design. So the scarf, belts, bags, rings, etc. that we often wear to accessorize our outfits are designed by accessory and jewelry designers. The accessories are like some of them are for men also, though mostly for women. And the role ranges from planning everything right from the aesthetics to the functionality for the different accessories that people wear. So these designers, they research and procure different fabrics, materials, gems, etc. to be used for various designs. And necessary designer should be up to date on the past, current, and future fashion trends. They can also specialize in an area such as jewelry designing and work for brands like Ganesh or Swarovski, Nakshatra, Jilly, and some unique or even art auction houses also. They set trends and are up to date with the fashion trends also. And apart from just designing, they work in the apparel manufacturing industry where they get the opportunity to amalgamate accessories that best suit the garment. So mix and match we karte hain and give a complete look. Next is leather designers are those who design leather items such as handbags, luggage, belts, leather jackets, footwear, and even musical instruments. So they work in the areas of development of leather products, merchandising, manufacturing, quality assurance, and a lot more. So apart from designing and the core work, they visit fashion shows, leather exhibitions, etc. Then comes your textile and apparel designing. So textile designing refers to the design and preparation of fabrics. So they are solely responsible for the task of creating artwork for textiles. So people often mistakenly assume the work of fashion designers and textile designers to be the same. But unlike fashion designers, textile designers are actually responsible for setting up seamless design repeats of the fabric. The entire fabric can be printed utilizing the same design. A fashion designer then uses these graphics to design the final garment. So we need to understand the difference between both. Then comes UX or UI design. So UX is user experience and UI is user interface. And this field of designing is concerned with the making the experience of users of software applications particularly very easy and aesthetically pleasing. User experience designers, they ensure that once a customer or client lands on a web application or a website, their experience of buying the product should be fun, engaging, and easy to do. On the other hand, UI designers design websites after conducting research on the target audience and understanding the customer behavior. So they try to make the designs intuitive as well as the buttons, the colors, the text, the font, all this taken by the UI designer. Then comes your graphic design. So graphic designers create visually appealing designs using both images and text for various brochures, it could be for logos, advertisement, posters, websites, and much more. And they can even work with newspapers, magazines, advertising publishers, websites, multinational companies, and so on. Today there are many tools also online that are available like Canva, Photoshop that the graphic designers use. And also there are some automated AI tools also that are helpful for graphic design. Then comes cartoon design. So who is a cartoonist? Well, he's an artist who expresses ideas, feelings, thoughts through their sketches or cartoons. So they can make political, satirical or social cartoons according to the area of their interests. So cartoonists may work for advertising agency, newspaper, magazine or publishing firm or may even freelance. Then comes your automobile designing. So automobile designers design the interior as well as the exterior of vehicles you see on the road, including trucks, cars, vans, buses, bikes, etc. So they work with other designers and engineers in a team to come up with the design. Next comes your industrial or product design. So industrial designers develop ideas, plans, and style manufactured products. They think critically to maximize their efficiency of production. So industrial designing uses both applied art as well as applied science to improve aesthetics, design, the purpose, usability, and all those things. A very interesting field is again tattoo design. So actually tattoo designing is one of the oldest form of design which has gained more popularity recently. Tattoo designers, they need to be expert at creating permanent and temporary images, designs, words, patterns on human skin. And it is becoming a fashion statement generally. And tattoo designing is not very simple actually. The designer should be very efficient with his work. And a single wrong stroke can make the whole design wrong also. And we need to be keeping in mind that we are doing it on the human body. Yeah, and minimum criteria generally is that the person should be above 18 years of age to pursue tattoo design. We looked at this 10 different careers in the field of design. And yes, the 11th one is of course fashion, which all of you are aware about already. So now to conclude, Abhilash finally understood that the design industry is not just limited to fashion designing, but was much more beyond that. He was overwhelmed with the thought of designing his own cars. And Abhilash is now aware when it comes to the designing industry, sky is indeed the limit. So I'm sure you also get similar insights. And thank you very much for watching this particular video. And I hope now you can also use your creative pursuits to identify something that is more interesting for you. Let me know which of these careers did you find more interesting. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to share it with your friends, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so that the next video on career guidance or some interesting career option hits straight on your phone. All the best.